Let me guess, you clicked on this video because you can't kill the Ender Dragon no matter how hard you try. Well, I'm going to fix that. In this video, you will learn everything you need to know to kill the Ender Dragon. Please note that this is a beginners oriented tutorial, and if you're looking for something more advanced, learn how to 1 cycle or 0 cycle. If you already know how to do both of those, why did you click on this video? Also, before we start, make sure to subscribe to my channel. It really helps out a ton. So, what items do you even bring to the end? When you first spawn in the end, you'll either spawn in an enclosed area or spawn floating above the void. Because of this, you always want to have a pickaxe and some way to cross a gap, whether it be ender pearls or blocks. Next, you obviously want armor and weapons. It's possible to kill the dragon without armor, but for beginners, I would recommend at least diamond armor. As for weapons, a ranged weapon is probably the most important. You will also want melee weapons, but ranged weapons are the best for breaking end crystals if you're a beginner. More about end crystals later. Last but not least, you want some item to prevent fall damage with. Many beginners die to fall damage when fighting the ender dragon, and bringing a water bucket can save your life. If you place a water bucket before you hit the ground, you will be saved from all fall damage. If that sounds too hard for you, then ender pearls are a great alternative, although they make you take 2.5 hearts of damage when you teleport. Now that you know what items to bring, you need to know how to actually kill the dragon. It's a bit more complicated than just shooting it down or swinging your sword at it. 10 large obsidian pillars will generate in a circular pattern around the center. If you climb to the top of one of these pillars, you'll see an end crystal. These end crystals heal the ender dragon, so you need to get rid of these. Although extremely fragile, they're also extremely dangerous. If you're positioned correctly, the explosion that the end crystal creates when it breaks is capable of one-shotting the strongest armor in the game. It's a bit complicated to explain how end crystal damage works, so I'll just say that it sometimes one-shots and other times you can survive with sufficient armor. There are multiple ways you can break the end crystals. The best way is from range. Bows are the most practical option, and a stack of arrows is enough to basically guarantee that you break all the crystals. If you somehow use all your arrows without breaking the crystals, then you're probably beyond teaching, I can't even lie. If you forgot to bring a bow to the end, then you can break them from up close. You can climb up the towers with blocks, or with water, and once you're at the top, carefully block yourself up and punch the crystal. 2 of the obsidian pillars will have iron bars protecting the crystal. You can shoot through the corner of these, or just break it up close. Now that you've broken the end crystals, how do you deal with a dragon? The ender dragon has a few different attacks. Sometimes it'll shoot a weird purple looking ball at you. This ball isn't affected by gravity and will keep flying until it hits something. It won't damage you if it hits you, but it'll make a purple cloud of dragon's breath. This cloud will slowly expand until it dissipates, and it damages you if you touch it. The damage ignores armor, but it's reduced by the protection enchantment. If the dragon shoots you, just move out of the way. The ender dragon will also sometimes perch. The dragon will circle above the central end fountain and will slowly descend. When it finishes perching, it will stay there for a while. During this period, the ender dragon is immune to all ranged attacks and can only be damaged with melee weapons. When the dragon perches, you want to stand inside the central end fountain until it's done perching. From there, you can hit it with your weapon. If you're too late, you can just walk under the dragon to get into the end fountain. Do not jump, even if you're safely inside the end fountain, because the dragon can knock you extremely high. After the dragon finishes perching, it might charge at the nearest player, but you'll be safe if you're in the end fountain. If you're not in the end fountain, then just run at a 90-degree angle, and you'll dodge the charge. Don't use your shield, or else the dragon will break it extremely quickly due to a bug. After the dragon leaves the perch, you don't want to linger in the end fountain, since the dragon might shoot its dragon fireball at you, and you won't be able to get in the fountain next time the dragon perches. You may have noticed all the endermen walking around the end, and you might know that you shouldn't look at them. But what if you do look at them by accident? You can try to kill them by just engaging in melee combat. However, this isn't a very viable option for a beginner. You can place a water bucket on the block you're standing on, since endermen can't touch water. Don't get close to the edge of the water though, or else the enderman will hit you without touching the water. Keep your distance from the edge, and get hits on the endermen until they die. A second option is towering up 3 blocks, but it might be hard to find the time to do this as a beginner. Endermen can't hit you if you're 3 blocks above them, so if you manage to pull this off, you'll be perfectly safe. Now that you know all of this, you should be able to defeat the ender dragon easily. If this tutorial helped you, please drop a like and maybe even subscribe.